And welcome to Magnus Arena. My name is Marcy Jenkins. We're here in the Mile High City in a quad meet between Oregon State, Ball State, Texas Women's University, and the University of Denver Pioneers. We've just gotten kicked off on the first rotation, and the first performer is actually going on bars. Our camera's not showing you that at the moment. We'll get that corrected, and we also missed the first vault. That was Taylor DeVries from Oregon State up first for them. Texas Women's is on floor. Ball State is on beam, and the University of Denver is on vault. We missed the first vault from University of Denver, which was Mila Brush, leading them off with the Yurchenko full. This will be a great competition. We've got super strong teams here today. Oregon State's, so far, of the teams competing today, has the highest team score at a 197.325 this season. Denver has a 196.625, but they haven't put together their best meet yet, so we'll be hoping to see that from them. Texas Women's has put up a 195.225, and Ball State with a 195.575. So all great competitive teams we'll see here today. Next up on vault for Denver will be Bella Mabanta, the fifth-year grad student. She has won vault the last two meets. It's a beautiful Yurchenko full. Just a slight hop back on the landing, but great position in the air. I just love how she pops out of that twist to land. Next up on bars is Natalie Briones from Oregon State. We want to be watching for those legs stay tight together. Handstands on top of the bar. That one was a little bit short. Up on beam for Ball State is Ava Molina, getting ready to finish up this first routine for them on this rotation. Double twist, slight step back on the landing, but nice height in the air on that dismount. Next up on vault for the University of Denver will be Madison Ulrich. She'll be doing a handspring front pike with a half. It's a 10-0 start value, their first 10-0 start value in this rotation. You can see the scores on the right-hand side of the screen. We'll be showing those two throughout the competition. Madison's ready to go on vault. Great vault, just wasn't quite able to hold that stick, but that was a beautiful vault for her. Again, starts out of a 10-0 start value. Denver's high score in vault this season is a 49.275. Next up on bars for Oregon State will be Francesca Casso. Next up on beam for Ball State will be Lindsay Fuller. Next up on floor, who's starting her routine right now, is Cami Zarlingo. And a nice stuck landing from Francesca Casso from Oregon State. And next up on vault for the University of Denver will be Madison Reidenbach, sophomore. She'll be doing a Yurchenko 1.5, another 10-0 start value for the Pioneers. We've got two Pioneers here at today's competition, Texas Women's Pioneers and the Denver Pioneers. And they both have very similar leotards too, so. Beautiful stuck 1.5, and that was right down the center of the vault. A beautiful, those lines are guides for the judges to know what types of deductions to take, and that was right in the center. Beautiful vault. It's probably the best I've seen her do. Nice triple series on beam. And a strong routine for Ball State on the balance beam. Next up on bars for Oregon State will be Jennifer McMillan. On vault for the Pioneers will be Rosie Casali. And I think we have a big score coming from Madison Reidenbach on the vault. A 9.975. She got a 10 from one of the judges. That is her career best on vault for this Denver squad. Again, next up is Rosie Casali. We'll see another Yurchenko 1.5. And over on bars again is Jennifer McMillan from Oregon State. Beautiful overshoot right to the handstand on bars. Strong vault for Rosie too, a little bit off center, but another great height and distance, good position in the air from Denver on that vault. And next up on beam for Ball State will be Grace Summer. And next up on vault, I believe this is the first time she's actually in the competitive lineup this season on vault, is Amanda Hargraves. She's a sophomore. On floor, we have Bailey Bourgeois from Texas Women's. And up on bars is one of the standout performers from Oregon State, Sage Thompson. Amanda Hargraves set to go on vault for the Pioneers. And that was a great finish on beam for Texas Women's. And beautiful stuck landing from Amanda Hargraves. That's probably the best I've seen her do that vault as well. Denver will want to drop that 9.75 from Rosie Casali and replace that with something above a 9.8. And I think they may have just done that. Nice handstand right on top of the bar by Sage, getting ready for her dismount. Layout, double flyaway, slight little step forward, just a little bit of under rotation, but it's another strong routine for Oregon State. And we have an exhibition performance on vault. This is freshman Sophia Hamp, really working on trying to get into these lineups for the Pioneers. She'll be doing her Yurchenko full. Next up on beam for Ball State will be Zoe Middleton. On floor for Texas Women's will be Sophia Isabel. And on bars will be Olympian Jade Carey up next. Again, this is Sophia Hamp exhibition performance on vault, so this won't count toward the team total. Nice vault, little step back on the landing, but a strong vault for them to have lineup. So that will finish up the Denver Pioneers on vault. Still competing on the other events. And up on floor is Sophia Isabel from Texas Women's. And Zoe Middleton on balance beam for Ball State, and then Jade Carey on bars for Oregon State. Jade so far has not scored a 10 on this event quite yet this season. 9.975 is her highest. She has great difficulty in this routine. The thing that makes it hard to get that 10-0 is you have to be absolutely perfect in your execution. See if she can stick the landing. Little slight hop on the landing. We won't see a 10 from her today, but that was a great performance. And there will be an exhibition performance on bars as well for Oregon State. Carly Beeman will be doing exhibition. Another strong routine on balance beam for Ball State. Next up on bars, again in exhibition performance, so won't count toward the team total, is Carly Beeman. Carly is from Golden, Colorado, so a local gymnast here to Colorado. She went to Colorado Gymnastics Institute, or CGI. Beautiful Stalter work. And that was a great routine for her, a nice routine for this Oregon State team to be able to lean on if they need it. Great to get her that experience in front of a crowd like this. And that'll close out competition on bars. So we'll just be left with balance beam and floor. Next up on beam is going to be Delaney McMahon. And next up on floor will be Sophie Hernand. And as of right now, the University of Denver and Oregon State are tied, both with a 49.275. And that ties Denver's highest vault total as a team so far this season. Oregon State is slightly below their high score of a 49.350 so far, but both very, very strong performances, neck and neck coming after this second rotation. Nice high double pike on floor. And beautiful acro series on beam, right over the center of the beam. And you're watching Ball State on beam and Texas women's on floor. And great routine for Ball State on balance beam. And strong finish for Texas women's. We've got one more performer on floor. Their sixth and final performance for Texas women's will be up next. That's Kylie Gonbar. And on balance beam, we will have Ashley Simmons. And then an exhibition performance by Colleen Mercer. Sorry, Ashley Sumansky. Apologize on that one. Ashley's our anchor performer on beam. She's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have a great crowd here in Magnus Arena today. Lots going on the DU campus. Lacrosse playing outside as well. And this is Ashley Szymanski on balance beam and Kylie Gunbar on floor. Beautiful height on that double pike. Love how her chest was up as she finished out that second flip. And a great finish for Texas women's on beam. Just slight step on that landing. I thought Kylie was just a little off on that takeoff for her front flip. Nice high double tuck, just landed a little bit low. That will be a slight deduction. And that will finish out Texas women's on floor. That was our sixth and final competitor. We will have an exhibition performance on balance beam left to close out this rotation. And Ball State's high so far on beam this season is a 48.875. We're waiting on Ashley's score to see where they end up today. And Carly Mercer is up in exhibition on beam. A little slow in that connection, but was able to keep it moving. Just her dismount, 1.5 twist. Great landing on that. Strong routine for them in that exhibition performance. And that will close out the first rotation here in Magnus Arena for this quad meet. When we return, we'll have some scores from that first rotation and some highlights. And welcome back to Magnus Arena. This is Marcy Jenkins here in this quad meet between Oregon State, Texas Women's Ball State, and the University of Denver Pioneers. We're here to show you some highlights from that first rotation, we're going to start on vault. And this was a career high from Madison Reidenbach, the sophomore. Beautifully stuck landing. She had a 10.0 from one judge, a 9.95 for the other. Ended up with a 9.75. Beautiful. Then we move over to bars. Not surprisingly, it was Jade Carey with the top score for Oregon State on this event. She scored a 9.9. Great difficulty, just a little bit of movement here on that double layout, but a great routine for them. We'll head over to balance beam. And this is Summer. Grace Summer with a beautiful 1.5 twist, little step on the landing. And on floor, it was Sophie Herman with a high score of a 9.825. Strong performances all around. We are currently sitting in a tied situation between the University of Denver and Oregon State, both after the first rotation with a 49.275. So when we come back, we will be in the second rotation, Denver on bars, Oregon State on beam, Ball State on floor, and Texas Women's on vault. And welcome back to the University of Denver campus. I'm Marcy Jenkins here with you in this quad meet. We're looking at Texas women's getting ready for vault. First up for them will be Elena Reed. Oregon State is on beam. Sophia Esposito will lead them off. University of Denver will be on bars. Rosie Casali will start for them. And on floor exercise from Ball State will be Carissa Martinez. Mirchenko full on vault from Elena Reed. Gymnasts are given a 10-degree space for that handstand. Great dismount from Rosie Casali, but probably the highest I've seen her do. So we'll see what the judges do with that routine. Next up on vault for Texas women's will be Bailey Upton. Sophia Esposito in this very important leadoff position on beam really sets the stage for the rest of the gymnasts in that rotation. Beautiful split right into that layout step out. Gymnastics acro series on beam. That's Bailey Upton finishing on vault. Second up on bars for the Pioneers is going to be Madison Ulrich, sophomore standout gymnast. She was a Big 12 Freshman of the Year. A little bit low on that landing for Oregon State, but that was a great start for them. Exactly what they needed on beam to get the momentum going. Madison Ulrich getting to start her bar routine. Right on top of the bar with that handstand. Beautiful height. Next up on vault is Steely King. See if she can stick this landing. Really tried to hold that stick. And a nice Yurchenko full from Steely King from Texas Women's. We love to see these gymnasts. Madison really going for all of those handstands right on top of the bar. And next up on beam, coming off that great lead-off performance by Sophia Esposito is Olivia Buckner from Oregon State. And next up on bars for the Pioneers is going to be junior Kylie Rorick. She's an All-American on this event. Next up on floor for Ball State will be Ava Molina. And getting ready for vault is Maddie Murphy from Texas Women's University. And a stuck dismount. That's probably the best bar routine I've seen Kylie Rorick do this season. Beautiful handstands. You should see a big score from that routine. Nice aerial cartwheel on beam, Olivia Buckner. Next up on vault for Texas Women's will be Sophia Isabel. And great routine for Olivia Buckner from Oregon State. Lots of action happening in this arena all at once. And this is Sophia Isabel from Texas Women's. Nice. Yurchenko full. Again, starts at a 9/9, 5 start value. Each of these routines, the max is a 10. As most of you know, it's just all about execution. Next up on bars for the Pioneers will be Cecilia Cooley. She's a junior coming back from a year off due to an injury. Next up on beam for Oregon State will be Lauren Leach, local Colorado gymnast as well. Lots of folks cheering for her here in the stands. Watch this release move. Great height. And a stuck landing. That was beautiful. Again, up on beam is Lauren Leach. So far, Oregon State really looking confident on this event. And next up on floor will be Lindsay Gerard from Ball State. On vault, nice. Yurchenko 1.5. That was Caitlin Holland. Their 110.0 start value vault in the lineup today. And we'll have an exhibition performance on vault. Kaylee Ganba, we saw her on floor in that anchor position. She'll be going exhibition, so this won't count for the team total. Little step back on the landing for Lauren Leach, but another great routine. on balance beam for Oregon State. And over to bars is the senior, Mia Hebank. And keep an eye out for Mia's first release move. That's absolutely beautiful. It's a Rikna. Not many gymnasts in college do this release move, so let's keep an eye out for that. She gets great height and usually connects it right into a pack salto. Lots of difficulty. So right here off the beginning, Stalter, right into the pack salto. Beautiful. Let's see if she can stick this landing. And she does. She sticks the landing. This Denver squad is on fire on bars. And that'll finish us up on vault for Texas women's. Next up on beam for Oregon State will be Jennifer McMillan. Jennifer is a junior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Waiting for the score on bars for Mia Hebank. Next up on floor for Ball State will be Alana Sims. And our anchor competitor for the University of Denver on bars will be Riley Mundell. Riley is a grad student. She's a physics major, getting the graduate degree in this 5th year of eligibility. She has a beautiful Tkachev right off the beginning of this routine. Watch the height and turnover she gets on this. Beautiful height. Right for that handstand. Right on the handstand for that overshoot as well. See if she can stick the dismount. Struggled a little bit in warm-ups. And she's slight little hop, but that was a beautiful routine. What a great rotation for the Pioneers on bars. We will have an exhibition performance by Madison Reidenbach on bars. Over on floor is Alana Sims from Ball State. Finishing up beam was Jennifer McMillan. Nice front layout into front full. A lot of the gymnasts will do dance right out of those front tumbling. Cover up any little bit of rotation, over rotation they have, but the judges may still take a deduction if they don't feel like they're in control. Next up on beam for Oregon State is going to be Sydney Gonzalez. And again, exhibition on bars for the University of Denver is sophomore Madison Reidenbach coming off that 9.975 on vault. And a great exhibition performance for the Pioneers. Again, that won't count toward their team total. They'll end up with a 49.475 on bars. Great rotation for them. Actually, that is their season high team score on bars so far this season. Over on beam, Sydney Gonzalez. A little bit of chest down on that flip. So judges might take a deduction. But so far, Oregon State looking very strong on this event. Next up on floor for Ball State will be Kaya Fala. Nice gymnastics acro combination on beam. And a nice gainer front full. So far, the lowest score Oregon State has had on beam is a 9.825. So again, very, very consistent. You see Jade Carey getting ready to go on balance beam in their anchor position. A little bit of form in that last tumbling pass. Judges will take some slight deductions. And then finishes with a nice high double take a step forward, so the judges can also take a deduction there as well. But a strong floor routine for Texas women's. They have two more performers coming up for Ball State on floor. They have two more gymnasts coming up, Zoe Middleton and Grace Sumner. Grace will be in exhibition. We've got Jade Carey getting ready to go on balance beam for Oregon State. And Jade has scored a 9.975 on this event. So we'll keep an eye out, see if she can beat that today. We're having a judges conference on beam, so a little bit of a delay on that event. Next up on floor, again, as I said, for Ball State is going to be Zoe Middleton in the anchor spot. And we're ready to go on floor. This is Zoe Middleton. And the conference is over also on beam, so we should see Jade Carey get started here in just a moment. Beautiful open double tuck. Punch front layout into front full. A little bit of over rotation, but was able to hold on to it. And the judge is really looking for a combination of great execution in leaps and jumps as well as the tumbling passes. Jade getting started on beam. Nice high double pike to finish out. Zoe's routine on floor. And that was a great performance for Ball State on the floor. There's Jade's acro series. Just makes it look so easy. It's so light on her feet. Great form in the air. "180-degree split, exactly what the judges are looking for. Her team really has set her up nicely for a big score. She can do what she's capable of here. Could have been a little bit of slight movement there on that landing, but we'll see what the judges do with it. That was an absolutely gorgeous routine. She's just so polished in every single skill that she does. And we will have an exhibition performance for both teams coming up. Grace Sumner on floor exercise for Ball State and Mia Heather on balance beam for Oregon State. Again, Jade has scored a 9.975 on beam, which means she's gotten a 10 from one judge already this season. Again, Grace Sumner in this exhibition on floor. Two and a half twist into a stag jump. Exhibition, Mia Heather on beam. You can see the score in the background there for Jade Carey, a 9.975, so that'll tie her season high. Punch front layout into 1.5, little bit of low chest, but is able to pull that around. She will get a deduction for that on floor. And that was a really strong exhibition performance for Texas women's on floor, and that'll close them out on this event. Nice scissor split leap into another split jump. And the gymnasts are required to do connections in both dance and acro or flips. And a gainer pike. Great landing on that dismount. Just a little bit of deductions in the middle of that routine, but a strong exhibition performance. Great one for them to lean on in the future. And that'll close us out for the second rotation here in Magnus Arena. When we come back, we'll have some highlights and scores. And welcome back to Magnus Arena. Marcy Jenkins here with you. We are getting ready to start our third rotation here in this quad meet between the University of Denver, Texas Women's, Ball State, and Oregon State here in the Mile High City. It's sunny outside and lots of fans in here. You can see. We'll take a look at some highlights from that second rotation. We're starting out with uneven bars and the beautiful routine from junior Cece Cooley. This great release move right off the beginning. Great height and turnover. Ended up with a 9.925 on this event. Stuck landing. We'll head over to vault. This is Texas Women's. This is Caitlin Holland. She scored a 9.8 with that Yurchenko 1.5 in their anchor spot. We'll head over to balance beam. Jade Carey. This was her dismount. 9.975, just so strong and consistent for them on this event. And then on floor exercise, we had Carissa Martinez, scored a 9.725 in the leadoff position for Ball State on floor. Strong performances all around. And you can see the scores there. Denver's currently leading with a 98.750, just slightly above Oregon State's 98.625, and they're moving on to two very strong events for both teams as well. Ball State and Texas Women's also great performances so far. And as soon as we are done with one-touch warm-ups, we will continue with rotation number 3. We'll have Texas Women's on bars, DU on beam, Oregon State on floor, and Ball State on vault. And welcome back for rotation number 3 in this competition, 4-way competition between Texas Women's, University of Denver, Oregon State, and Ball State. We've had some great performances so far. Oregon State coming off a stellar rotation there on balance beam, ended up with a 49.475, which is a great team score for them on that event. Heading over to floor. Denver moving from a great bar performance over to beam. They've struggled in the past with a little bit of beam. They've had to count some falls in some of their early scores on the season, but this is a great beam squad. And leading off for them will be Cecilia Cooley. She's taken this leadoff position and has done such a great job so far. So she'll be leading off University of Denver on beam. Floor exercise will be Savannah Miller for Oregon State, vault Carissa Martinez for Ball State, and Bailey Bourgeois from Texas Women's on bars. Nice Yurchenko full, beautiful position in the air for Ball State. And that was Carissa Martinez. And a nice stuck landing. Both bars and beam with great finishes on both of those events. Floor exercise again, Savannah Miller. We have a little break there for a moment. Had a little issue with the floor music, so we're just taking a break on floor. And it looks like we're ready to go. So again, Savannah Miller getting ready to start in the leadoff position for Oregon State on floor. Next up on beam for the University of Denver will be Momoko Iwai. On bars, we'll have Lainey Hunt from Texas Women's, and Carly Mercer will be on vault for Ball State. Momoko Iwai getting ready to set to go on beam for the Pioneers. An unfortunate fall on bars. Looks like she's okay. Beautiful triple series by Momo on beam. And last pass on floor. Nice high double tuck to finish out that routine. It's leadoff position for Oregon State. A little hop on that landing, but that was a great routine for Momo, right over the center of the beam. On that triple series, very difficult. And great to see. I think Lainey Hunt's just a little bit shaken up by that fall, but really impressed by her getting back up to finish this routine. Next up on vault is Lindsay Gerard for Ball State. And great vault for Ball State. 10-0 start value. Next up on beam for the University of Denver is going to be Mia Hebank. She's new in the lineup this week for the Pioneers. And up on floor is Taylor DeVries, Oregon State. Into front full, a little bit low on the landing on that second flip, so slight deduction. Again, Mia Hebank on beam. She's a senior out of Lone Tree, Colorado. Nice high second pass on floor. Next up on vault for Ball State will be Kai Afara. And Mia just a little bit crooked on that acro series. Up on bars for Texas Women's will be Elena Reed. Nice 2.5 twist, great control on floor for that final tumbling pass. Denver will definitely want to drop this score on beam. Very unfortunate because she's a beautiful beam routine. And Texas Women's on bars. They really need to have a great recovery routine here after that fall. Nice Jaeger. A little bit of form separation in that pack salto, but nice handstand right on top of the bar, what the judges want to see. Giant full, little bit of form there too, but that was a great recovery routine for them on bars to get them back on track. Next step on vault is going to be Suki Fisser from Ball Straight. She does a front handspring, front pike calf. Great height, just a little bit low on the landing, had to take a step back, but 10-0 start value vault. Next up on floor for Oregon State will be Sage Thompson, beautiful gymnast, great all-around competitor for them, and then Abby Thompson on beam. Now, Abby is a great person to have up when you know you need this routine to count coming off that fall for Mia Hebank. She qualified for nationals, but was unable to participate because of an injury, but she is beautiful on this event. Nice first pass from Sage on floor. Up next on bars will be Cami Zarlingo from Texas Women's. Abby does a jump to splits mount. Next up on vault for Ball State will be Zoe Middleton. Watch this series from Abby on beam. Aerial cartwheel back handspring, right over the center of the beam. Nice high double pike. And I love the new combination Abby is doing, a switch leap into a side summy. They changed that this year. And all she has left is really her dismount. Nice finish from Sage on floor for Oregon State. And wow, that was a nice save on bars. On Texas Women's, her hand was totally off on her transition. And a great finish for Abby as well on balance beam, really getting Denver back on track in that rotation. And slice it back. So much going on in Magnus Arena right now. Great routines from all four teams. And we are going to have an exhibition performance on vault from Ball State. This is Jordana Phyllis. Just waiting for Zoe Middleton's score. And next up on balance beam for the Pioneers will be Riley Mundell. This is Georgiana Phyllis again, exhibition performance on vault. Yurchenko full. Really impressed with this Ball State vaulting squad. Very, very strong, and that'll close them out on that event for this rotation. Next up on floor for Oregon State will be Sophia Esposito. Next up on bars will be Brooke Ferrari. Brooke is actually a local Colorado gymnast, has folks in the stands. She's from Longmont, Colorado. Again, Sophia Esposito starting on floor and Riley Mundell on beam. Beautiful handspring layout, step out from Riley, and great first pass for Oregon State. That was Caitlin Holland on uneven bars. We will have an exhibition as well from Texas Women's. Riley is doing a great job here in this routine. And Sophia's got a nice front layout into a 1.5 twist. Riley's finishing here with a stuck, really fought for that stick. Stuck landing, two great finishes. Oregon State on floor and Denver on beam. So great to see Riley competing so well this season. She's a grad student, just really competing with a lot more relaxed atmosphere this year. Just really seems like she's enjoying gymnastics. Really thankful for this 5th year. Next up on beam for Denver will be Madison Ulrich in the anchor spot, 6th up, and up on floor will be Caitlin Garcia, but we do have this exhibition performance as well as on even bars. This is Ellie Enhus. This is actually Kaylee. I think we have the name wrong in the initial lineup, but this is Kaylee, who we saw compete on vault. In this exhibition, great job so far. Nice giant pull to a double tuck. And a great landing. So strong finish for the end. Again, another exhibition performance they'll be able to count. And that will close out bars for Texas Women's. Again, Madison Ulrich over on beam. And Caitlin Garcia getting ready to go on floor for Oregon State. One and a half twist into a front fold. Beautiful height on that first pass on floor. Madison's really going aggressive on this beam routine. Watch this aerial walkover, just such height she gets, floats in the air right into a beat jump. All she has left is her dismount. And a stuck landing. That is the way the Pioneers wanted to finish. They will have an exhibition performance by Mila Brush, but beautiful rotation, again, picking up from that fall that we had from Mia Hebank. exactly how they wanted to finish out that rotation. Caitlin Garcia, strong performance so far on floor. And just a little bit off in her timing for that last pass, and meant to take off right before. So they'll definitely drop that score. That's disappointing. She had a great routine going. The mat was just either in the wrong position or her timing was a little bit off in terms of her run before she went into that tumbling pass. A little bit hard to know exactly what the problem was, but wasn't able to complete her third pass as planned. Again, Mila Brush getting ready to go on balance beam for the Pioneers exhibition performance, so won't count. A great opportunity for her. And then we'll see Jade Carey on floor. Definitely don't want to miss this routine. Again, we've seen a 9.95 from Jade so far this season, not quite the 10 that she's definitely capable of. And the judges have been a lot more stringent on giving out those 10s and really just giving them to folks who have a ton of difficulty in these routines, paired with just perfect execution. And this is Mila Brush on beam. Beautiful by handspring layout step out. She has a little bit of form in her knees. I'd love to see her clean that up a little bit. Nice split half. A front toss into a beat jump, was able to keep that connected. You know, this Denver squad has quite a few routines in their back pocket. Madison Reidenbach does beam, so does Bella Mabanto. We did not see her. She struggled a little bit, giving her a break this week on balance beam. And Mila getting ready for her dismount. And that was a great exhibition routine for Mila. And that'll finish out the Denver Pioneers on beam, leaving us with floor. We have Jade Carey, and then we will have an exhibition performance by Olivia Bruckner. We're having a judges conference. Whenever that happens, when you have a gymnast that can't complete their final trick in the way that they were expecting, it will impact the start value. And so the judges are making sure that they're giving credit for all of the different bonus 10s that would be given based on what she did do in her routine. Jade Carey really enjoying her time in college gymnastics. It's so great to see a lot of these elite athletes coming and competing in college. It's such a different environment than competing in club gymnastics, so it's really all about the individual until you get to the Olympics or World Championships. And this really is a team sport, and it's so fun for these athletes to have this opportunity to be a part of a larger team and really have a great camaraderie and experience while they're at college. Looks like the judges have sorted things out. We're getting ready to go with Jade on floor. And Denver is on track for a season high score if they can have a fourth and final rotation like they're capable of. There goes Jade Carey. Watch this first pass. Double twisting double. Now she will have a slight deduction because her front foot moved. She had to take a step backwards. She has so much power. And that's what makes it so difficult to get those 10s here in college, is even though these elite athletes have such big skills, there's 10s that can be taken off for those deductions. Punch front layout into front full, into a beautiful split jump. last pass. Nice high double tuck. And that was a beautiful routine. I do think there was a slight deduction on that first tumbling pass, just movement on that front foot, but that was a great routine and we'll come up with a huge score for Oregon State. And again, we do have an exhibition performance that we'll wait on here by Olivia Bruckner. See head coach giving a high five to Jade. At this point in the season, all of these scores count so much. All the scores count, but as we've moved into the national qualifying score calculation for each one of these teams, super important for them to have at least 3 weigh meets that are high scores that they can count. So all 3 teams competing here in Denver today against the Pioneers wanting to be able to count this score. Jade Carey scores a 9.925, so they did take a slight deduction on that first tumbling pass. And now Olivia Buckner, exhibition. Nice first pass. One and a half twist. A little movement on that front foot again. Judges want them to take a step because they want to, not because they have to. And that was a nice routine. An exhibition performance, good experience for her. And that will close out this 3rd rotation. When we come back, we'll have Oregon State on vault, Denver on floor, Texas women's on beam, and Ball State on bars. And welcome back to Magnus Arena. Marcy Jenkins here with our 4th and final rotation. But let's take a look at some highlights from that 3rd rotation. Starting out with vault, we have Zoe Middleton with that beautiful Yurchenko vault. The 9.775. And then over to bars is Caitlin Holland, 9.850. Nice routine for them as well. We'll head over to balance beam and both Cecilia Cooley, the junior, great stuck landing on that dismount, and then Abby Thompson having to go right after the fall from Mia Hebank, both with a 9.875. And then on floor over to Jade Carey. Here's her second pass. Beautiful execution, 9.925. So great scores all across the board. And moving into this 4th and final rotation, Denver will be on floor. We'll have Oregon State on vault. We've got Ball State on bars and Texas women's on beam. And welcome back to Magnus Arena. Marcy Jenkins here with you. 4th and final rotation of this quad meet in the Mile High City. So far, University of Denver is leading at the 148.025. Oregon State just very close behind at the 147.825. And then Ball State and Texas women's very close as well in those 3rd and 4th spots with just a little less than 0.2 separating. We'll be starting out the competition on floor will be Kylie Rorick, kicking off things for the University of Denver on floor. Balance beam will be Bailey Upton from Texas women's. Ava Molina on bars for Ball State, and Natalie Briones for Oregon State on vault. And we're still finishing up the one-touch warm-up here on bars. That's finishing up right now. And we'll get the competition started. Nice Yurchenko full, a little bit off center, but great height and distance and position in the air. There's Kylie Rorick getting ready to start for the Pioneers on floor. A little low on that first pass. Had to take a step forward. On bars is Ava Molina, and vault will be Olivia Buckner. Another Yurchenko full on vault. Beam, we've got Bailey Upton. Little step on the landing on bars, but that was a nice routine for Ball State to kick things off. Beautiful high double pike, little movement on that front foot, so she will get a slight deduction there. But a good start for the Pioneers. Again, a little low on that very first pass, just looked like her timing was off in her front flip a little bit. But a strong routine. Really fought to save that leap series on beam. And third up on vault for Oregon State is Sophia Esposito. Next up on bars will be Grace Sumner. And on floor, second up will be Cecilia Cooley for the University of Denver. And a nice finish on that beam routine, just little bobbles in the middle of the routine, but a great finish and stuck landing. Looked like she almost missed her hands on that vault. She was a little bit high. You can see a laugh there. She was a little bit crooked on that vault, but was able to stick the landing. Waiting for the score for Kylie Rorick on floor and Cecilia Cooley getting started, as well as Grace Sumner on bars. Beautiful first pass from Cece Cooley. Next up on beam is going to be Sophie Hernan for Texas Women's. Nice leaps. Again, this is Sophia Esposito on vault for Oregon State. Nice 1.5, just a slight little step to the side. Oh, beautiful third pass from Cece Cooley that judges want to see that second flip rise. And that was a great routine for Cece on floor. You can see she's excited about that routine. Again, this is Sophie Hernan up on balance beam for Texas Women's. And on bars, we're going to see Jordana Phyllis from Ball State. Beautiful acro series on beam. Next up on vault is Sage Thompson. You'll definitely want to keep an eye out for this vault. Next up on floor for the Pioneers is going to be Bella Mabanta. She struggled a little bit with her final tumbling pass. And I really just want to see her have a great floor routine today. Such a hard worker. She's a fifth-year student. Beautiful dancer on floor. And a great vault for Sage Thompson as well for Oregon State. And our final vaulter for Oregon State will be Jade Carey. Beautiful first pass from Bella. And next up on beam for Texas Women's will be Steely King. Beautiful leaps on floor, just a gorgeous scissor ring. Zoe Middleton next up on bars for Ball State. And a beautiful last pass for Bella. Here goes Jade Carey on vault. A little slight movement on that landing. Great routines both on floor and vault for Denver and Oregon State. You can see how happy Bella is just having that routine, the hugs from her team. Beautiful. Steely King is up on beam. Giant girl, double tuck. And it's slight little movement on the landing, but that was a great bar routine for Zoe. And that will close us out on vault for Oregon State. Nice punch front. We don't see a lot of those in college competition over on beam. Next up on floor for the Pioneers will be junior Mila Brush. Mila scored a 9.9 in the leadoff position not too many weeks ago. Beautiful dismount, great height on that. Solid routine for Texas Women's on beam. Next competitor on bars will be Mary Rose Bella. And over on floor again is Mila Brush. Nice, exactly what you want to see. No movement on that first foot. Nice leap series. Next up on beam will be Sophia Isabel for Texas Women's. And here's Mila's last pass. She has a front tuck to a double tuck. Nice. A little bit of over rotation. They'll take a slight deduction on that. Great finish for them on floor for Mila Brush. A nice bar routine over on for Ball State. Really fought to stay on the beam on that triple stairs. Just had a little bit of form deductions, was a little bit off on that second layout step out. Next up on floor for the University of Denver will be Momoko Iwai. And up on bars will be Ashley Szymanski for Ball State. A nice high double tuck dismount on bars. We will have an exhibition performance on bars coming up. Carly Mercer. Beautiful double tuck from Momo. That was a great routine for Momo on floor. She's been out of the lineup a couple weeks, but great to see her back in. She's such a joy to watch. On beam for Texas women's, great performances so far. Their low score is a 9.45. And up on bars, exhibition performance again. Carly Mercer won't count toward their team total. Nice front toss into a beat jump on beam. Coming up shortly in the anchor position on floor is going to be Madison Ulrich. Great finish on beam for Texas women's. An exhibition on bars. There's a beautiful ginger. Lots of difficulty in this exhibition routine. Maybe just giving her some opportunity to get in front of the judges, but so far a gorgeous routine. Definitely a successful exhibition performance. And that'll finish up bars for today. And again, this is Madison Ulrich on floor in the anchor position. And Caitlin Holland will be in the anchor position for Texas women's on beam. Nice high double layout from Madison. She's added that back in for the last couple meets. She does a 1.5 into a front layout. Beautiful height. Nice control stepping out of that second pass. Madison doing a 3-pass routine, ends with a double pike. Great landing, chest up. And that was a beautiful performance. We will see what the judges do with that one. I did not see much at all in terms of deductions. You can see the hugs from the team. We will have an exhibition performance on floor. We'll have that coming up here shortly. And that was a great routine too from Caitlin on beam, the anchor position for Texas Women's. They had a great beam rotation, and they have one performer left who will do exhibition, Elena Reed, on balance beam. And Amanda Hargraves will be doing exhibition on floor for the Pioneers, the DU Pioneers. And depending upon Madison's score, this will definitely be a season high team score for the Pioneers. And they just need we need to see what this score is, see if they can drop Kylie Rorschach's 9.65, which is currently what they're counting. You see the scores, they're super close. Oregon State leading by 0.050, 0.05 of a point. And you see the final score there, 197, 125. So Madison Ulrich's 9.875. I'm a little surprised they didn't give her a 9.9. One of the judges did give her a 9.9, the other one a 9.85, but great routine by Madison. Again, this is exhibition performance, Amanda Hargraves. And exhibition on beam, Elena Reed. Nice save on beam. And that was a great finish for Amanda on floor. Again, exhibition performance, nice routine for them to be able to count, which was a little bit off on that last pass. And then finishing up on beam, nice job, Elena Reed, in that exhibition performance. So that will close us out for this fourth and final rotation. When we come back, we'll have final team scores. And welcome back to Magnus Arena. This meet has come to a close, this quad meet between Denver, Oregon State, Ball State, and Texas Women's, but we want to show some highlights from that fourth and final rotation. Starting out on uneven bars. Beautiful routine here, 9.85. And then on balance beam, great rotation for Texas Women's on beam. And floor exercise, we had, this is Bella Mabanta. Just great to see her doing such a great floor routine this meet. And then, of course, Madison Ulrich. And then we saw some great performances from our Olympic athlete, Jade Carey, today. Just so beautiful to watch, such amazing difficulty. And here on vault as well, that 9.925, and then beam. She's just such a consistent performer for this Oregon State team, and just we're so fortunate to have her and the other Olympic and elite athletes competing in college gymnastics. You can see there with this, this stick. And that'll close us out for the meet. You can see Denver in first place, winning the meet today with a 197.125, their season high so far. Oregon State in second place with a 196.950. Ball State 194.950, and Texas Women's 94.2. So for Marcy Jenkins and all of us at the University of Denver, we'll let you watch some of the awards and join us next time when the Pioneers compete on March 9th against Arizona State.